I told you it's an action-packed world of sport. Fasten your seatbelt. We're leaving here on the Cameroon to Pretoria in South Africa. That's the venue for the African Junior Tennis Championship. It's the main championship for the under 14, the under 16, and the under 18. But the story has been that of rain disrupting play, because Team Nigeria couldn't complete the day one matches because the rains kept coming down. I mean, that's one big enemy to tennis.
Yeah, it affected Gabriel Friday and Michael Osewa. I think Gabriel was leading in his game before the Evans decided to open up and rain came calling. It's a good one. You have over 120 players from 25 countries.
Fantastic.
Right there.
Good exposure.
Good exposure. We've always talked about this.
That's right.
And I'm happy. I'm happy. You can't train in isolation. You need things like this is a litmus test to let you know how far you have gone in your preparation, where you stand, where you need to be, and where you're going. And that's why I'm happy. We will see some other Nigerians get into action. Everything has been shifted to tomorrow because obviously nothing could be done today because of the rains. And we're looking at some names of Nigerians that are there, and I'm hoping that these names will get to hear more from them.
That's right.
This is a developmental tournament.
I agree.
We'll get to hear more of them in the future.
Because remember, they've been to Tunisia. They started from Abuja, went to Tunisia, now in Pretoria. Valuable experience. And I'll just tell you this, Mary Love Edwards, she's just 11-year-old. She featured at the West and Central qualifiers in Abuja, and she did big things. And she's competing for the first time outside the shores of the country. Valuable experience.
Absolutely. And what beats my the most and makes me so excited is the age level of these kids. At this age and time, you have this kind of exposure. In a matter of years, you become a big and valuable star. And that's what we keep saying, about Nigeria, sports in Nigeria generally. You need to start early. Catching them young and letting you, go through the rigors of the game at the early stage. As much as you can. Build you up for the future. Imagine you have like this kind of tournaments for this young girl at 11 for the next 6 years. That's 6 years of international exposure. And before you know it, at the age of 17, 18, she could be pro. And then you find her going to the junior Wimbledon, and all these other Grand Slam events that have junior cadres. And before she breaks through, all the top 10, in the world, both men and women, always went through, that youth level and youth program. You reel out the names, and they all succeeded, at this level. And because they started very young, they were exposed to competition early, and this is what you get at the end of the day. Champions is what we are making, and I'm glad
the Maria Sharapova that we're talking about, and all of the girls, ladies, and boys that you could think of started early.
We grew up
when the top guys were playing in the professional circuit, they were playing the juniors.
Exactly.
And from where our teenagers are now to get to the juniors, maybe in Wimbledon and all those, it's a long road. And that's why I agree with Femi that look, over the years, it's not, don't make it a one-off. Just ensure that these boys and girls go from one tournament to the other, gathering ranking points, get into situations where they can be considered for the juniors and make their mark. There's a lot for us. There's a lot of ground for us to really cover. And African has already made it to the top 10. So if we do have a Nigerian in the top, we have not done anything. So what we will be looking at now is to see one of our own, get to the Grand Slam final, get to win. At this stage, we need to start knowing what surface suits this player. I mean, those who discovered Rafael Nadal knew what his potential was, and he used it. And who knows, maybe in history he will be the most successful player at the French Open, because I'm not seeing anybody who would get to do more than what Rafael Nadal has. So it just goes to show that, look, while these things are commendable, it shouldn't be a one-off.
That's right.
You have to keep it going. Keep
Keep
it going.
That's right.
You may not see the results in the immediate, but just keep it going. 10 years of investment into an 11-year-old is not a waste.
At all.
It's not.
Because
you just have to keep it going.
She's 21 with valuable experience.
Yes.
That she's at the height of her past.
That's right.
You won't be scared of any competition.
I know.
You know, and you know, with the level of expertise and exposure, there will be changes in the way she plays. You know, and who knows, a coach from somewhere might just pick up and say,
yes,
look, I think this girl has a potential. Let me
get a scholarship somewhere.
Get a scholarship.
That's the word, yeah, maybe, because
get a club. You know, to
one of the benefits of featuring in this competition is you get ITF scholarship and go around
that.
I
listened to the words of Serena Williams' father when Venus burst into the scene. Nobody knew about Serena, and she said, "Look, don't get carried away about this one. I have another one coming." I mean, everybody thought it was. He didn't know what he was saying, and he kept on saying, "This girl is better than the Venus that you know." And I mean, time has proven him right. It wasn't a fluke. It wasn't, and it shows that over the years you keep, you know, putting money, energy, resources into this talent, and it's a long span. It's not something you do in 2 years and start seeing results, but just
long-term project.
Keep doing it.
That's right.
And before you know it, we'll have guys at the top.
We like the story that tennis is telling in Nigeria. We started with the National Tennis League in December. We got busy in January. We got busier in February. Now in March, the team, the junior team, that's the foundation right there. Very, very important that we invest in it. So big ups to the Nigerian Tennis Federation for ensuring that the junior tennis players are made it to Pretoria in South Africa for the African Junior Championship. And what a story it will be, because Mary Love Edward, we told you this is the first time she's representing Nigeria outside the shores of the country. Guess who she's playing? She's playing the third seed of the competition from South Africa, Michaela Lobser. Now just imagine if she can just create an upset. That's massive for her career. But she doesn't get to go for this